He was a French king from the House of Bourbon who reigned the French kingdom during the second half of the 17th century. He was one of the most powerful French monarchs as he created a centralized state governed from the capital and consolidated France as an absolute monarchy that endured until the French Revolution, almost 100 years after his death. Here are a few facts you didn't know about King Louis XIV of France. He was born on the 5th of September 1638 to King Louis XIII and Anne of Austria. His parents regarded him as a gift of God, as his mother Anne experienced 4 stillbirths for 20 years prior to his birth. As a young boy, he spent a lot of time with his mother. The courtiers claimed that the queen would spend the whole day with the young Louis. Both were greatly interested in food and theater, and it was his mother who gave Louis the belief in the divine and absolute power of his reign. He was only 4 years old when his father died from late-stage tuberculosis, leaving the kingdom in the hands of an inexperienced and unfit to rule little Louis. That is why his mother Anne served as regent. She appointed his godfather, Cardinal Gilles Mazarin, as chief minister, who taught the young king everything from statesmanship to history and the arts. His first true love was Mazarin's niece, Marie Mancini, but both the Queen Mother and the Cardinal Mazarin disliked their relationship, so they sent her away from court to be married in Italy. While Mazarin was tempted to have his family enter the royal bloodline, the Queen wasn't too enthusiastic about it. She wanted her son to marry the daughter of her brother, Philip IV of Spain. It is said that the young Louis cried before his mother and asked her to change her mind, but she would have none of it. As the young king didn't really have a say in it, he married his first cousin Maria Theresa in 1660. Their marriage ensured good relations between France and Spain for a good amount of years to come. Louis had 6 children with Maria Theresa, but only one, Louis, survived to adulthood. Being a married man didn't stop him from having mistresses in his court. The most notable were Louise de la Vallière and Madame de Montespan, who were always fighting each other for the king's favor. Madame de Montespan seduced the king by dropping her towel when she spotted Louis spying on her while she showered. The king had at least 13 or more illegitimate children with other mistresses, and he legitimized most of them a few years after their births. He also gave them proper education and considered them a part of the royal family. Louis XIV also had an interesting prisoner being held in a number of French prisons, most notably the Bastille and the fortress of Pignerol. What's so interesting about this prisoner? Well, the fact is that he was forced to wear an iron mask throughout his whole life to conceal his identity. There is even a whole movie about it if you haven't seen it already. This topic has been extensively debated by historians as his identity is still a mystery. There is a wide range of theories about it, but that is a video for itself. The monarch wasn't really fond of the capital city of Paris, and beginning in 1661, he started to transform the royal hunting lodge in Versailles, where he used to play as a boy, into the greatest European palace at the time. After 21 years of construction, the king officially moved his court to the palace 13 miles outside of Paris. The Palace of Versailles became a center of political power and the king's symbol of absolutism and wealth. He also moved the French nobility with him, as he always wanted to have them under his eye. The palace itself would not be finished until 1715. We all know about the Sun King, but why is the sun even related with him? Well, if you remember, it all began with his parents calling him a gift of God. This and the fact that the chief minister Mazarin also instilled the notion that kings were divinely chosen made the king's opinion of his existence a little bit too much. Louis XIV believed any disobedience to his reforms or edicts to be sinful, and he adopted the sun as his symbol because it reflected his belief that the whole kingdom revolved around him like the whole universe around the sun, as was the belief back then. One of his prized possessions was the famous Hope Diamond, which was worn by the king during ceremonies. The Hope Diamond has long been rumored to carry a curse, as a lot of people died or some sort of misfortune fell upon them shortly after acquiring the diamond. During his reign, the Frenchman Rene-Robert claimed the interior of North America by the Mississippi River for his country and named the territory Louisiana in honor of King Louis XIV. In 1803, the US purchased this property from France, and the territory of Louisiana became the state of Louisiana, which is still a part of the US to this day. His reign of 72 years and 110 days is the longest recorded of any monarch of a sovereign country in European history. After 72 years in the throne, Louis died from a gangrene on the 1st of September 1715, 4 days before his 77th birthday. He was succeeded by his grandson named, you guessed it, Louis XV. All in all, Louis XIV was undoubtedly one of the most famous French kings, and a force to be reckoned with in his prime. What do you think about our pick? Did we say something wrong this time? For more videos like this, subscribe to Photon Feast and leave us a comment saying what you would like to see and hear next. Until next time, au revoir.